Hey there, and welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving headfirst into the world of collaborative AI,
Mm,
specifically how it's changing the game for understanding sentiment, especially online.
yeah,
Everyone seems to have an opinion about everything these days.
right.
We're going beyond just one AI trying to decipher it all.
Yeah.
Think teams of AI specialists, each with its own unique skill set, working together to give us the full picture.
It's a fascinating shift. Instead of a jack of all trades approach,
Right.
we're moving towards a system where different AI agents are like specialized experts,
Okay.
collaborating to analyze sentiment in ways that were difficult or even impossible before.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
I'm already intrigued by this idea of AI specialists.
Yeah.
Before we dive into how they work together, remind us how sentiment analysis has traditionally been tackled.
Sure.
I know we've got those heavy hitters like CNNs, RNNs, and transformers,
Right.
but they usually work solo, right?
That's right. These are powerful algorithms for analyzing text, each with strengths and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
But integrating them to handle different data types,
Yeah,
say text, images, and videos, has always been a challenge. It gets complex and expensive fast.
right.
And sometimes, even when you get results, it's a bit of a black box figuring out how the AI reached its conclusions.
Yeah, totally. So enter collaborative AI, like bringing in a whole team instead of just one super AI.
Exactly. Imagine this: a company wants to launch a revolutionary new type of sushi.
Sushi. Yeah, my intention.
They need to know if the world is ready for this culinary masterpiece.
Uh-huh.
This is where collaborative AI steps in.
Okay.
First, you have the chatbot, AI, your friendly guide.
Okay.
The company tells the chatbot what they want to know.
Uh,
In this case, public sentiment around their new sushi,
go.
and where to get the data,
Mm.
maybe social media news sites, online reviews, you name it.
So the chatbot is like the project manager getting the instructions clear before briefing the team.
Exactly. Once the chatbot has the intel, it calls in the crawler agents. They're like digital detectives scouring the web for anything and everything related to the new sushi based on the company's specific requests.
I can already see those headlines. Is this new sushi genius or sacrilege?
Right. And those articles, social media posts, customer reviews, it all gets scooped up by those crawler agents.
Okay, but now we've got a mountain of data.
We do.
How do we make sense of it all? My brain would be fried.
That's where the content summarization AIs come in.
Okay.
They're the super efficient readers sifting through those mountains of data
Yeah.
and pulling out the key points and the overall sentiment being expressed.
Like having your own personal team of research assistants, but with turbocharged brains.
Yes.
But you still need someone to make this digestible, right? Turn it into something useful.
You're right. That's where the report writing AI comes in.
Okay.
It takes all those summarized insights, the good, the bad, the needs more wasabi,
Uh,
and puts it into a clear, concise report that's actually useful.
so no more trying to decipher pages of data and complex graphs myself. Sign me up.
Exactly. It's about making those insights actionable.
Right.
And because each AI is handling a specific part of the process, it's faster, more efficient, and way easier to understand how those conclusions were reached. It's not just about what the sentiment is,
Yeah.
but also why.
This is blowing my mind, and we haven't even gotten to the examples yet.
Well, let's stick with our sushi scenario for a moment.
All right, back to our intrepid sushi chefs.
Yeah.
Let's say they get this report back, and it's a mixed bag.
Okay.
Some people are intrigued by the idea, while others are saying, sushi is fine as it is. No need to reinvent the California roll.
Right.
What happens then?
That's where the collaborative aspect really shines.
Okay.
Remember, we're not just analyzing static data here.
Right.
We're looking at sentiment as a living, breathing thing that changes over time.
Ooh, I like where this is going. It's about more than just a snapshot.
Yeah,
It's about understanding the flow of opinions.
precisely. Think of it like this. Instead of a single snapshot, imagine a time-lapse video of public opinion. You can see the ebb and flow, the spikes of excitement, the moments of hesitation.
So back to our sushi. How would we visualize the sentiment around it?
Imagine a graph where positive sentiment is represented by a bright, vibrant green, while negative sentiment is a more subdued red.
Uh-huh.
As people react to the new sushi idea, you'd see these colors swirling and interacting.
Okay.
Maybe a food blogger posts a rave review,
Yeah.
and suddenly, bam, a burst of green. But
Hmm.
then someone shares a picture of it, and it doesn't look quite as appetizing.
Right.
A ripple of red starts to spread.
Okay, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it, but I get the picture.
Yeah.
We can literally see the sentiment changing in real time.
And not just see it, understand it.
Yeah.
This kind of visualization can reveal patterns you might miss in a traditional report.
Okay.
Maybe there's a particular influencer whose opinion seems to sway the crowd.
Uh-huh.
Or perhaps certain keywords are consistently associated with positive or negative reactions.
It's like having a finger on the pulse of public opinion,
Yeah.
but in a way that's way more dynamic and insightful than ever before.
Exactly. And that's where the real power of collaborative AI comes in.
Okay.
It's not just about collecting data, it's about making it digestible, understandable, and ultimately actionable.
So it's not enough to just know what people are feeling.
Right.
We need to understand why they feel that way and what factors might be influencing those emotions.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another crucial player on our AI team, the prediction agents.
Okay.
They're like the trend forecasters of the group,
Yeah.
using past data to give us a glimpse into the future of sentiment.
Whoa, hold on. So not only can this system tell me how people are feeling right now,
Yeah,
but it can also give me a heads up on whether those feelings are likely to change in the future.
that's right.
That's some serious crystal ball stuff.
It really is.
Uh,
Think about it like this. The prediction agent looks at all the historical data,
Hmm.
how sentiment has evolved over time, what events or factors might have influenced those changes, and uses that information to make an educated guess about where things are headed.
Okay, back to our sushi example. Let's say the initial sentiment is a mixed bag.
Okay.
Some people are intrigued, others are skeptical. How would the prediction agent come into play?
The prediction agent might analyze things like how quickly news of the new sushi is spreading,
Okay.
what influencers or key opinion leaders are saying about it,
Uh-huh.
and even whether there are any upcoming food festivals or events that might create buzz.
So it's looking for any signals that might shift public opinion one way or the other?
Precisely. Let's say the prediction agent notices a pattern.
Yeah.
Every time a celebrity chef tweets about a new food trend,
Uh-huh.
sentiment tends to become more positive in the following weeks.
That's a pretty useful insight.
Yeah.
So if the prediction agent sees that a bunch of celebrity chefs are raving about this new sushi on social media,
Yes.
it might predict that overall public sentiment is likely to improve.
Exactly. And that kind of predictive power is invaluable for decision making. If the sushi company sees that sentiment is predicted to become more favorable, they might decide to ramp up their marketing efforts.
Yeah.
Or even increase production to meet the anticipated demand.
On the flip side, if the prediction agent picks up on negative signals,
Right.
like a wave of bad reviews from food bloggers,
Yeah,
it could give the company a chance to course correct before things escalate.
exactly. They could tweak the recipe,
Yeah.
address any concerns head on in their marketing,
Yeah.
or even decide to delay the launch if the negative sentiment seems too strong to overcome.
This is seriously next level stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to ask, with all this talk about AI predicting the future,
Yeah.
is there a danger that we're giving these systems too much power?
That's a great question, and it's something we should always be mindful of. These systems are incredibly powerful,
Yeah.
but they're still just tools.
Tools that can analyze massive amounts of data, identify complex patterns, and
Yeah.
even predict future trends.
Right.
Those are some pretty impressive tools.
They are, but they're still tools that need to be used responsibly. You
Yeah.
know, we as humans need to be the ones steering the ship, so to speak.
Uh,
It's our responsibility to make sure these systems are used ethically, transparently, and for the benefit of everyone.
so it's more about collaboration between humans and AI,
Exactly.
not about one replacing the other.
We bring our creativity, our critical thinking skills,
Right.
and our ethical considerations to the table, while AI brings its ability to process vast amounts of data and identify patterns that we might miss.
It's like a true partnership,
Yeah,
each side leveraging its strengths. This collaborative approach to AI feels like it has the potential to change everything,
it really does.
from how businesses operate to how we interact with each other online. But with all these different AI agents working together, things could get pretty complex, right?
They can.
How do we even begin to build and manage a system like this?
But one of the biggest challenges is ensuring that all these different agents can communicate effectively and work together seamlessly. Yeah. It's like conducting an orchestra.
So we need a conductor for our AI orchestra. What does that look like in practice?
That's where prompt engineering comes in, and it's
Okay.
one of the most crucial aspects of designing effective collaborative AI systems.
Okay.
It's all about giving the AI clear, concise instructions so it understands its role and can perform its tasks accurately.
So instead of just letting the AI loose on a mountain of data and hoping for the best,
Right.
we need to be very specific about what we want it to do.
Exactly.
Think of it like this.
Okay, so it's like giving each AI agent a detailed itinerary before they set off on this data expedition. The clearer the instructions, the better the results.
Exactly. You wouldn't tell someone to go find information about sushi.
Right.
You be specific. Look for discussions about this new sushi roll, focus on customer reviews and social media comments, and tell me what people love and hate about it.
So prompt engineering is like being a super specific, detail-oriented director for our AI team. We need to make sure they understand the assignment and have all the tools they need to succeed. It's a critical skill, and it's only becoming more important as these collaborative AI systems become more complex. We need to think carefully about what we ask and how we ask it to get the insights we're looking for.
This has been an incredible deep dive, and I feel like I've gone from AI novice to, well, at least a knowledgeable apprentice. But I have one last question.
Sure.
We've talked about all these potential benefits of collaborative AI for sentiment analysis, but are there any real-world examples where it's being used effectively today?
Absolutely. In fact, the research paper we're exploring today highlights a fascinating case study. These researchers wanted to test how well collaborative AI could analyze public sentiment on a large scale. They decided to tackle a topic we're all familiar with: food delivery.
Food delivery. Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
How do you even begin to analyze sentiment for something so broad?
They started by gathering data from a wide range of sources. They looked at news articles from major outlets like Bing News and Google News to understand the media's perspective. Then, to tap into what everyday people were curious about, they dove into Google search data.
So are people searching for the best deals in new restaurants? Or maybe even complaints about delivery services?
Exactly. And finally, to capture the more spontaneous emotional side of things, they collected data from social media platforms like Twitter and Yahoo Answers.
So we've got news search queries, social media. Talk about a well-rounded data buffet. What did they find when they unleashed their AI team on all of this information?
One of the most striking discoveries was a clear difference in sentiment between news articles and social media platform. News outlets tended to focus on the positive aspects of the food delivery industry,
Huh?
highlighting things like growth, innovation, and convenience.
Which makes sense, right? They want to
Yep.
showcase the industry's success.
Exactly. But on social media,
Yeah.
that's where the unfiltered opinions, the hangry rants, and the late night delivery dramas unfolded. It was a much more mixed bag of emotions.
I think we've all been there. Ordered some delicious looking takeout only to have it arrive late cold or with the wrong order entirely.
Precisely. And that's what they found. People were quick to share their food delivery frustrations online, whether it was slow service, confusing app interfaces, or, let's be honest, the occasional disappointment when your order doesn't quite live up to the mouth-watering pictures.
So it's fascinating how this study reveals the different sides of the story. News articles paint one picture, while social media reveals a more nuanced and often more critical perspective.
And that's why this collaborative AI approach is so powerful. It allows us to gather data from diverse sources, analyze it through multiple lenses, and ultimately gain a much richer understanding of how people truly feel.
This has been a truly eye-opening deep dive. Collaborative AI for sentiment analysis. It's not just about crunching numbers. It's about revealing the stories behind the data.
Well said. And as these AI systems become even more sophisticated and accessible, imagine the possibilities for businesses, researchers, and anyone who wants to truly understand the complexities of human sentiment.
It's incredible to think about. If you're listening and you had access to this kind of technology, what would you analyze? What hidden patterns or surprising insights would you uncover? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And remember, the deeper you dive, the more there is to discover.